some mean old birds around here.
Alright guys, hang on 1 second. I'm just double checking everything, make sure everything's looking good, because I think I fixed the issue from last week where the streams weren't holding up very well. I had to turn one thing down because initially I went through with the bit rate and turned the bit rate down. Well, when I went to look at Friday's stream, I saw that it didn't look good. Basically, everything I worked hard over the past month was just null and void on that one particular stream, except for the audio. So I was like, I don't want to drop the bit rate down, so what's causing this issue? So I had to go through all my new fancy settings for OBS, and I found out that one of the settings that was, I guess my performance settings, was set a little too high. Apparently it was set at like max volume, ultra ray tracing kind of things. So I turned that down. It was just like, okay, let's just fingers crossed see if this fixes it. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not seeing any issues on my end. No immediate frame rate drops. KBS is steady. Everything's green. So I think that actually fixed the problem. So I don't have to adjust the filters to make the game look a little bit better. I don't have to adjust my mic, because that was the next thing I was going to do, because there was one other thing I added before OBS updated 2 weeks ago, which was a noise suppressor on the headphones. And apparently the setting I have strictly for it is pure like CPU power. So I was like, worst case scenario is I will have to turn that down. And I didn't want to do that because I finally have a mic setting I am somewhat happy with. I feel like at this point, maybe the only thing I want to tweak is the background sound, like for like Disney, Infinity, Mickey. Because sometimes it feels a little too low, but then I hear like the music kick in. I'm like, okay, no, that's perfect. So that's the only thing I want to tweak, and that's just something I could tweak as we play and stuff like that. But for everything else, it feels good. It feels good. So we can go ahead, bring this down. I feel good about everything. I really do. For what? That's why I wrote, I have no idea how today's going to go, because I didn't know if the stream was going to be fine, if it was going to be able to handle itself, if we're going to have some crashing issues. And also, we have some other things to talk about in the shop. So let's go ahead and get this started. What's up, everybody? My name's Amanda Plays 93. On today's fabulous and wonderful episode, we are playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. Now, it is our Reset Wednesday, something I always look forward to every week, except for this week. Except for this week, because my heart is shattered. My heart is broken. Let me explain. So, I got my snap scores back, and I did about 1,200, which, I was like, all right, fair enough, that's great. Well, I only had 300, which means I don't have enough to get the outfit I want. That's why I'm brokenhearted here. Because what I do want is literally this dress. I like this dress. The first time I saw it during the leaks, I really wanted this dress. But I am literally 200 short, so the only thing I can think of is either do one or two things. Either A, go and throw $5 away on some moon pack stuff, and I could go ahead and get it today, and then be happy and satisfied, or I could wait the next couple of days and just see if I can't get my moon chest to appear, because I found 2 of them today. I can't seem to find my third one. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. But yeah, unfortunately, it's just I don't have enough. I don't have enough. And that's the only thing I really, really wanted was this outfit. I'm literally 200 shy. And I don't know what else I can do to get more moonstones right now on this particular day. The swirling snow thing, I saw Mr. Star in the Sky look at it. It looks cool, don't get me wrong. A great props. Definitely if you're like down for a lot of like winter photography pictures that you want to take. But I don't know. It's just one of those. It's another just environmental thing to add to photos. Again, it's nice though. It's nice. The Mark Twain riverboat. Now this thing is huge. This thing is huge. I saw again Mr. Star in the Sky look at it. It's humongous. It's bigger than I want to say our normal river kits. Like you know how we have that one square? Yeah, it's bigger than that. So you would only be able to place it in at normally large rivers or like the ocean and stuff like that. And I can get it, especially if you're a huge fan of Mark Twain, because I know his riverboat is being, I think, retired from Disney World because they're getting rid of it. And what was it, a Cars theme or something? I know they're basically getting rid of the riverboat, and I want to say they're drenching the lake or the river or something so they can make a Cars land. Don't hold me to that because I heard that like a couple of months, if not a year ago. But I do know the boat is retiring. General store makes sense, fits well with the theme, but it's an alright store. I'm not clamoring to own it. Now with the Ghost bundle, I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like it's worth it. I mean, it's literally just a goose with a pair of shoes and a handkerchief. Like I kind of like the Abigail and her sister one better because there's two of them with two different houses, and again they're more iconic because they're characters from an already established Disney thing. So I'm not like, oh my god, about it. Usually, I like buying my companions, but I think I'll be okay passing. Like I said, I really, really want this, but I am literally 200 shy. I am 200 shy. And if I can get, because if I did my calculations correctly, we can get 50 moonstones a day. So for the next 4 days, I should no wait. We get 50 moonstones a day. That means we get 100 within 2 days. So yeah, maybe 4 days. In 4 days, I'll be able to get this. So maybe Saturday. And that is only, and I mean only if I can find both chests on a day, which I don't think you can. Which actually no, it would be short if I find two chests that day. I don't know how I want to do this. Like, I'm looking at the math in my head, and I don't know how I want to do this. I know I don't want to spend no $5. That's something I do know for a fact because I made a statement a couple of months ago that until Game Laws got their shit together and they proved to me that they're not going to be a greedy corporation, I'm not buying any more Moonstones. Because Mr. Star Sky also brings up another good factor. At this point, they're putting so much stuff into the premium shop that we can't afford all this, so they are expecting this. So they want you to buy more moonstones, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to play your game. I'm already aggravated enough with PlayStation, their dynamic pricing. Which, by the way, while I'm thinking about that, I got a little letter for PlayStation. So PlayStation, you wanted to start your dynamic pricing. You got me. I'm not gonna lie, you got me. I had to pay an extra $2 more for my Resident Evil 9 copy. Yeah, you think I'm joking? I'm not. I found that out because I went to go buy Fatal Frame remake, and I saw that they were charging me an extra dollar and some change for that one. And when I went back and looked about how much I paid for Resident Evil 9, it was like 56. According to my taxes, it should have been anywhere between 52 and no, sorry, not 50. It should have been anywhere between 62 and 64, and I paid 66 for it. The math ain't mathing. So I got petty. I got real petty. Initially, I was going to go to Steam, just straight up say, screw you, PlayStation. I'll move everything over to Steam because Steam is not going to screw me over. Steam so far has been pretty good. I've only been playing with Steam for a couple of years now. I think about 2 years, maybe 3 years now at this point. But I felt like that wasn't enough of pettiness. Because I mean, if they lose a customer, it's no big deal. I want to hit them where it hurts. So what could I do? What could I do? So I did something. I went to our local game store. You know, the game stores that the consoles don't like because they have to split the revenue with the stores themselves, plus the developer team, plus themselves. They don't like that shit. So to get back at them, I got a physical copy of it, but not just a physical copy. Oh no, 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 no. See, I went even further with that. I went ahead and used a coupon to make it cheaper. So I actually spent less money on it, than what I would have bought if I bought it even on here or on Steam. So not only did I give PlayStation their money, good for them, but now they have to divide that money three ways, and it's going to be less than what they would initially gotten. So screw you, PlayStation. You got your money. Hope it was worth it. Hope it was worth it. But the same thing with like Xbox. I heard Xbox wants to start rolling out ads now in the middle of your game. I'm like, yeah, that's going to go over so well. So well. I swear, I don't know what these video gaming companies are thinking. They're hungry for something, and it's more than just money. It's obvious it's more than just money, but I digress. I digress. Point is, I can't afford this right now. We're going to have to wait a couple of days, and then I'll be able to get it. It sucks because I do like this, though. But, I mean, I'll get it by the end of the week. I'll get it by the end of the week. I just kind of want to run around with it now, but it'll be all right. Now, I was initially confused when we came to the World of Frozen collection. I started thinking, why? Why Frozen? Frozen is literally the opposite of spring. Then it dawned on me. I don't know if y'all know about this. And I want to say I brought it up before once in Disneyland Paris. Right now, they are releasing a brand new Olaf animatronic. And this thing is so uncanny. It is so lifelike. It's freaky, but it's cool freaky. So this could explain why we got the Frozen collection, because Olaf is coming to Disneyland Paris. I mean, it's the only thing I can necessarily think of, but I mean, it could be some kind of metaphor for, melting of winter going to spring or something. I don't know. That's the only thing I could come up with, though, is the Olaf animatronic. And Spotlight collection. Eh, fine with all of that. I own all of that. I thought about this one because it's only 15, but I don't know. I'm just not as like, oh my god, with it compared to the other Western dress that I want. So yeah, I think I will just wait a couple of days, find my Moonstone chest if I don't get screwed out of that, and just get it that way. Oh, so I was thinking, I'm like, why is this particular outfit 1500 compared to this one, which is 1750? And I think it's because, yeah, there's three pieces. This is a dress, a hat, and a shoes. And the other one, I think, is just a hat and dress with the shoes coming with the dress. So wait a minute, you're telling me you think one of those pieces, probably the shoes or a hat, is worth 150 moonstones? All right, yeah, and that is everything. Oh, and just to let y'all know, guys, if y'all are interested in the seasonal moon packs, it is still available, by the way. It's still available. Personally, if I was going to be spending moonstones and stuff like that, I would get the $30 one, because the house, I'm not like so awe about the house. The house ain't that cool to me. But the dress is great. The dress looks good. But like I said, I'm not buying moonstones. I proclaimed that back in January until Gamelock has showed me that they're not greedy. And unfortunately, after the whole water can incident last week, they're not making a good argument for their case. So, what is today's dream snap? Because unfortunately, I went through this already and did my duties, my rotating duties, and already got all the bonus rewards. Like, I finished that before the stream, and I still didn't have enough. I was so bummed. I was like, I thought I would have had just enough, especially with the boating and finding the moon chest. I thought I would just have enough, and nope, I'm 200 short. All right. The Wild Wild West. Saddled up, frontiers, decorate like the Old West, and dress in a cowboy-inspired outfit. Oh yeah, I could totally do that. I mean, I have a cowboy-inspired outfit. Question is, where do I want to go? Because I think of westerns, I think more, you know, desert-like saloons. We only have the one desert. And to be honest, I don't know what I got over here. I don't think I really messed with anything on the agribrush side. All right. So my assumption is maybe this section. Maybe add a couple more cactuses or something, you know, make it more desert-like. There's a simple picture of me on the horse in a cowboy outfit. Nothing too crazy. Again, mainly it boils down to I don't have a lot of, you know, sections for Western themes. I did not use my desert very well. I am not going to deny that. No, wait, bring that in. You bring that back a bit. Actually, why don't I just go ahead and get rid of all this? I do plan on redoing all of this at a later point, so it'd be no big deal just to get rid of it. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, get rid of that. Bring this over. Oh, come on. Right there. I think that's too close. Hang on. Back that up. Okay. Whoops, wrong button. Let me get my wardrobe going. Alright, companions. Now get rid. There we go. Alright, we probably won't use you know, like the snake or something like that. But a little extra companionship never hurts. Okay. Now, Western style outfits. What do we got? Alrighty. Granted, though, I will admit, I liked my outfit. I thought my outfit was cute. Okay. So let's see. What do we got pants-wise? Looking for something definitely cowboyish. No. Because we have this one. We also have this one, too. These are both very, very ranch-like. Okay. What else do we got? Alright, let me see what tops we got, because these are completely different colors. We got the old classic style of... Wait a minute, it doesn't even go all the way around. That's, I'm gonna say that's a bad design choice. Sorry, I'll say it first. That's a bad design choice. I don't know who designed these jeans, but that's just bad. Especially where it stops at, how harsh it is. Yeah, no, I thought it went all the way around. No, no, no. Like, even if it went just underneath the butt and, like, the rest of the legs down there would be covered in the cow pattern would be nice. Yeah, no, God, no. Okay, you know what? That's ruined those pants for me. I guess we're going with this one. Actually, put some shorts on before we grab that. Okay, what do we got top-wise? Couple of button-up, of course. Button-ups are always good. Okay, jackets. What about jackets? What we got there? Now, we got a lot of fancy jackets, but I'm not seeing any kind of, like, cowboy jackets. Military coats, sweaters. But we have our sheriff's jacket. Okay. Uh, yeah, again, if I could just buy that outfit I wanted, this picture would have been done and taken care of a while ago. Yeah, but now I want to find an actual cowboy outfit that fits with this whole thing. I had to be a broke bitch, didn't I? Yeah, I think this is all we got when it comes to jackets. Oh, we also got it in darker brown. Okay. Yeah, I think the darker brown actually looks a lot better with the pants, being that the pants are a bit darker. No. That's more lumberjack. Hmm. Hmm. I say. No, not that one. Yeah, I think the yellow looks good. All right. Now we do have specifically cowboy boots. All right. Let's see. We can't find. Well, first I want a hat, and then we'll find what hair goes with the hat. There we go. If only you could color that. That would be perfect. Fortunately, you can't. Oh, God. Look at that. I gave her a bald spot. Ooh. I kind of like that, though. Oh, but this fits more of the Western cowboy style. If you think about it, the little pigtails. Again, I wish you could color the bows, but I think the color would do us just fine. Not the end of the world. Because I don't think we have any other pigtails like that. All right, gloves. Go with a darker. I'm the sheriff around these parts. My question is, which way do I want to do it? If I do this, it depends on where I'm going to put my character at. Uh, for now, let's just uh let's stick with this side for now. Okay, and I'm gonna back up. Oh, I just realized something. I can't do it like this because it's gonna push me back if I get on the horse. Watch. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to come up. I'm gonna have to come up. But first, let me grab all that over there. I didn't realize that was showing up. That is what I kind of get, though, for only grabbing all of Ursula's important shit when I moved her over to the villain section. Alright, let me clean all this up. At some point, guys, I will get over here and, redo all of this, but currently we are still sitting in Storybook. We're almost done with Storybook, not Storybook, the ranch. Which, funny enough, we are almost done with it. Got a couple of more sections to do in Pixie Hollow. I think make my home area. And I think that will be it. All right. Right. Oh, they still haven't fixed this problem? This has been a problem with this particular bush for a long time since Eternity Island came out. I did not know that was still an issue. All right. Let's see where my fireflies at. Because we'll probably take this picture at night. Get that about right there. Okay, do we have any rocks maybe I could throw in? This is a bit of filler. Not really. I really wish we had some rocks like this. That would be like really, really nice. Alright, let me sprinkle these around. Yeah, throw one here. Alright, let me see. Again, I know when I get on the horse, we're gonna back up a bit. Okay. Now that is an interesting cowboy. Imagine that in your Western. Go get the sheriff. Sheriff comes riding in on a Pegasus. Where did the sheriff come from? He time traveled actually from the future. I think I may use Maximus though, because I do like Maximus. I probably get rid of the snakes because they're not doing what I initially want them to do, which is just slither around, and they're unfortunately lumping underneath my ass. Okay, so let me readjust. Ah! Ah, the camera does not want to cooperate. Ah, jeez Louise. Camera's just like, no, boy, not today. Alright, let me get rid of... Whoops. Okay, get rid of that. Let me add a bit more to this. May not necessarily have some rocks, but... can use, I think, these to give a little dimension. Alright. Let me get rid of this back here. That back there. Let's just go a little ham with the cacti. Alright, do I have any more of the little flower-like ones, or no? Over here. I'll say, I know I have a whole bunch of them in the chest up there, but I don't feel like going to my chest right now. Okay, I'm debating on whether or not I should throw in a couple of these little glass flowers. I think I add a bit of color. Yeah, let's grab some of these blue ones and just like sprinkle them in. It'll add a little bit of color. Let me grab... the one thing that irks me about the fireflies, if you put it over something and you just want to slightly move something to the left, you got to move the whole firefly to do it because it'll just automatically pick up the entire firefly. I don't know why. Alright, one more. Right, grab the firefly again. Now let's go ahead and put all 4 down. I want to turn them. I say, Dad, turn in the right direction. I can't tell. All right, hang on a second. I can't tell which one's facing which way. All right, we got that one. All right, how about this way? All right, that's down here. Okay. All right, and then we gotta turn, I think this one this way. All right, there we go. I think I got it right this time. All right, cool. Before I take a picture, though, is there anybody I want to be part of the picture? Not you, Eve. You're too futuristic for this. Sorry. Okay. Come on, just let me squeeze just a little bit, just a wee bit. Hey, Gaming, how's it going today? Especially on this beautiful Friday. I mean, not Friday, Wednesday. Damn it, I'm trying to jump ahead. I wanted to be Saturday so bad. How are you doing on this fantastic Wednesday? Hope your score was good and you got what you wanted in the shop, because I certainly didn't. I mean, let me phrase that. My score was good, but I couldn't afford what I wanted in the shop, so I gotta wait a few days. Alright, come on, just squeeze it in just a wee bit. Yay. Still trying to get some of these fireflies in. Maybe... something like that. Okay. And I need Maximus. Alright, not bad, not bad. They gotta go, though. They do not fit with this theme. My Wednesday has been alright. Not been like the worst, but it is a lot better than what it has been the last couple of weeks, especially when it comes to the stream. We finally got everything stable. I think I finally got everything situated, so I think officially today should be the last day I tweak with anything with the OBS for the headphones, cameras, filters, and all that. Because now we got the stream stables, the videos look good, the audio sounds pretty good. Like, it's not perfect, but unfortunately, being that these headphones aren't the greatest, it's not going to be perfect. Even with all the fun shenanigans I could throw onto this thing, it just won't be perfect. So, I've accepted that, so I'm satisfied where everything is at. Now, at this point, it is just me practicing more about volume control, because I have noticed that as long as I speak, casually, or, kind of say it with your chest kind of thing. As long as I say it with my chest, we're good. But I have noticed, and this is just me. This is just a me thing. when I get excited, or I get happy, or I get, flabbergasted by something, my vocal pitch goes up. And I've noticed that mainly with Eric. Like someone pointed out years ago that when you're in love with somebody, your voice will, go up. And I'm like, no, I don't believe that shit. And then I start paying attention to when I'll be talking to Andrew, and then when Eric walks in, it'll literally be like, yeah, man, that's
Blade of
cool. That
Trust
sounds fantastic.
kinda
As soon as
reminds
Eric
me of the
walks in,
blade.
oh my God, baby! Just immediate switch. And I noticed I do that with video games too, especially with like Resident Evil. I've been noticing it. So I'm like, all right. So at this point, it's all about volume control, learning how to control my pitch so I don't accidentally pitch too high and then mess up the mic. So at this point, it's all about me, fixing me. Everything else seems to be good. All right. Let's see. Eve, you gotta go, honey. You don't fit. Same thing, Tatiana. I love you, but you don't fit. I don't know, maybe Gaston? Oh, he's not even popping up. Alright, what about Wally? Nah. Alright. Let me scoot this over just a bit. Alright. Now the question is, do I want nighttime or evening time? I feel like this one because it gives off a little bit more highlights. And thank you, gaming. I'm glad we finally got everything situated. Because again, I was really, really butthurt last week. Mainly was because I finally got everything situated and everything was going grand and fantastic. And then the stream started crapping out. And we didn't have that issue until OBS updated. We didn't have that issue at all. So I was like so bummed out. Cause I'm like, finally, the day I get everything situated, the YouTube gods are like, nah, no, you didn't get everything situated. You thought you did though. But now I think we officially did get everything taken care of. See, this is what happens when I try to use the rotation. This is why I don't use rotation. Every time.
I haven't had this much fun since last Mardi Gras.
All right, so I think I may have an idea how I can use the rotation, because if I try to do it just normally, it's not going to let me. As you saw, it would just put me upside down and then in the upside down universe. All right. All right, that's pretty good. All right. Yeah, so for me, it seems like if I'm going to rotate, I'm going to have to rotate first, then put my character in position. I can't get everything ready, then rotate. Because initially I thought it was, because I'm on a different level and shit like that. But I've had that issue happen on the beach. I've had it happen on just regular ground a couple of times. It's specifically here and one other place. I've noticed I've had that issue. This is why I usually don't use rotation all that much. Not because I turn my nose up at it. It's literally because every time I do it, it's a pain. Okay. Hey, Willie, how's it going? How's it going? Hope all is fantastic on this beautiful Wednesday. All right, I think that's fine. Use some contrast. Nice orange saturation should do us.
Oh, don't be afraid, dearie. I wouldn't hurt a guppy.
Vanessa, I'm going to need you to get out of here. Thank you. Yeah, I think actually color temp would be fine. Turn the brightness, though, especially if I'm using a nighttime shot. Poor Switch users can't see us. Yeah, a little highlight, actually. A bit more concentration. 15 works. Yeah, I know for the Switch 2 it dropped today. I was talking about the first Switch with the issues with the pictures. 'Cause according to some Switch user on Reddit, they don't vote for some photos because it's just too dark for them to see. Like, they can't see it. So to compensate, for that situation, I say let's brighten up the image. They can see, because it does suck. And I don't know why the screen's like that. So hopefully that does get fixed with the Switch 2 port. That's so not fair. All right. Some real good light blooms. All right, fantastic. Have that down there. All right, no. Down there. Alrighty. And submit. Hang on. There we go. I like that one better. I was noticing when I submitted that first one, I was like, there's so much fairness right there. There we go, though. That one's... Yeah, I like that one better. Go ahead and submit that one. That's great, though. It looks good. It's simple, efficient, gets the style across. Wonderful. All right, let me grab all my fireflies now because I may need these for my build. Alrighty. And back here. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not because of how greedy corporations have been recently. I'm not surprised. It's kind of stupid though that it's the same amount on the older system. It makes no sense, but I mean it's stupid. That's just stupid. I'm assuming it's free if you already owned it for from the Switch 1, right? You can do the upgrade. Alrighty, let us get up here. We'll do some voting. And then, yeah, we'll wrap up for today. I'll do some voting and then we'll, take a look at what we got to do on Friday. Alright, our spring into style Dreamsnap. Now, we'll admit, I've seen some really good ones so far. I voted a little bit already. Mainly because I was looking at my dreams, for my moonstones. I'm about to say dream snaps here. Now I'm looking for my moonstones. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, you really can't go wrong with the spring style. As long as you got like a bunch of flowers, like spring-like flowers, by the way. So you're looking at a lot of like paints and pastels. Colors, yeah, but bright, vivid colors. Left. Case point, like this one. It's basic. It's even though it's the well, but it still gets the point across with the spring because of the cherry blossoms. Same thing with this. You know, got just a little bit of the flowers. You get that spring vibe. I mean, I just thought I like left. Mainly it's the outfit. I like the outfit more on left. But yeah, you don't necessarily have to go all out and do stuff like this where you know, get it all decorated with the butterflies and, you know, all the craziness. You can literally just go with something simple like this and it should be satisfying. At least to me, that's how it is. Okay, I figured when you said it was free for you. Eh. You know what? I'm gonna go right. Right's very simple, but I like it. Oh, that's cute. Ooh, where did you get that shoe? I'll have to check my crafting, because that would definitely be cute in this little fairy garden section we're working on. Super cute. And this one, adorable, especially with the horse. Aw. I'm gonna go right though. Oh, the little bee. You. Okay, that one's nice. Okay. I want to go left though. Ooh, nice, lovely. Good little shot, a little angle. Same thing here. My only advice is scoot back a bit and zoom in so you don't have a lot of this empty space here. But I like the setup. I want to go left though. Oh, that's nice, beautiful. And this one's just as cute. So we're gonna go right. Oh, that's adorable, especially with Max running. Oh. And this one, okay. And we'll go left. All right, I'll do about 3 more photos and then we'll start wrapping up for today. Okay, this one's cute, especially in front of Maribel's house. And this one, all right. Yeah, let's give the Maribel. Oh, that's adorable. I love it. And that one, basic but cute. I want to give it a left, though. Ooh, look at these. Both of these are nice. Both of these are really nice. Good job, everybody. Everybody's doing a fantastic job this week. I love it. Yeah, we'll go right. All right, and ooh, ooh. Let's go left. Ooh, I just realized something. I've been voting nonchalantly, and I didn't think about the last 2 weeks. And we've been having that issue after I vote a certain number of time. It's going to go error. It didn't count. When I was voting earlier off stream, I was literally voting for 3 photos and then exiting out. Voting for 3 photos and then exiting out. I really hope I didn't just screw myself. And as soon as we exit out, it's going to be, well, error. My bad. Let's go right. Okay, thank God. Ooh, a little worried there for a second. And I'm sorry, that irks me when that happens. Because again, it feels like you literally just took the vote away from them. Like, and that's not fair. That's truly not fair. But we'll do some more voting on Friday. We'll do more on Friday. But to give y'all an idea of what's going to be happening on Friday when we get back, we're going to do the backyard and all the rest of this yard. As you see, I kind of got things kind of set up. I think it's going to be really cute, especially for it to be a little hangout section. We're still working over here with the actual flower shops. And then I'm thinking about taking the 2 gazebos and just putting them there. And then the rest of it should be filler, like flowers and stuff like that. And then if we got time, we'll move over here. Because I was actually laying stuff out from my theme park section and Eternity Island. And I'm going to be 100% real with you guys. Either I didn't grab everything after I initially grabbed everything from Eternity Island and I haven't put it out. Or I was able to spread out all those stuff a lot more than I realized. And maybe we don't need both these sections. What I mean by that is with Eternity Island, you know, all of this went into Eternity Island. Because we had that one section with a couple of rides, a second section with a couple of rides, one section that was the opening, a daycare section, a gaming section, a food court section, and a maze section. And because I'm getting rid of the maze section, I'm putting that maze section with the Alice in Wonderland, because that's what it initially was, an Alice in Wonderland maze. And now that we actually have Alice in Wonderland and a section for it, I want to move the maze there. So that takes care of that section. And again, I'm looking at the placement of everything. And I should be able to make some nice stuff. And I don't maybe have to spread myself out too thin here. Because I did take away, what was it? Maribel's house was one of the restaurants, but now I'm leaving her there on Trinity Island, so I'll give her a nice little jungle fiesta theme, because I gotta show her some love. Could add a little balloon section, because I did have a little section where you could like do higher balloon and tether up and down. There was a few things that I had that I may either repurpose or just scrap all together, but I think this should be enough space. I'm surprised, but I do believe because I can decorate over here. So if I wanted to, I could take, say, Bing Bong stand here and make like the candy shop back here. You know, nothing too crazy, but I can still work with this area. Or I can make it, you know, the daycare section as well, because those are the only 2 things that I liked, but are not necessarily needed kind of thing, you know? But yeah, I went ahead and just did all this just to see, and yeah, it's going to house a lot more than I thought it was. So we may have to come to the drawing board again when it comes to over here. We'll find out, but that's the story for a different day. Let's go ahead and start wrapping things up for today. Ooh, I hope everybody who has watched, is watching, will watch. I hope you enjoy. I hope everybody has a fantastic and a wonderful night. And guys, don't forget, if you're enjoying my Disney Dreamlight Valley content or any of the other fun, fantastic things I do here on the channel, you know what to do. You know the pre-usual drill and all that fun jazz. And hopefully I catch y'all back here on another fantastic and wonderful episode here on the channel. Just let y'all guys know, coming up tomorrow, we're having back-to-back Infinity Nikki streams. We'll have no, wait, not tomorrow. Is it tonight? Shit, I gotta go back and see if it's either today or tomorrow, but we will be having an Infinity Nikki stream when the update drops. Again, I gotta double check to see if it's today or tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. I want to say tomorrow. But, we'll probably get on before the update tomorrow on Infinity Nikki, you know, do the dailies, talk about it, and show off some outfits and stuff like that. And then, I think that night when the update gets done, we'll come back, we'll do our story quest, and then Ooh. Because usually I do story quest and then a Let's Pull video. And I don't know if being on Thursday, if that's a good idea. I may just do everything all at once. I don't know. That's a story for a different day. So until then, my friends, y'all take care. Have a blessed day. And I am so sorry for rambling. And hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow.